Okay, so yesterday we were looking at matrices. So just to do a quick summary, we have a matrix. It has numbers in it. This is just me making this one up. So we do the orders, which is the rows by columns. So this one is a 2 by 2, which is also a square matrix. But what we also started looking at is we started looking at how they give us little questions where they call the row I. They label the rows I. So this one would be I equals 1 and I equals 2. And then they called the columns J. So this column would be J equals 1 and J equals 2. And then we had these formulas that they can use. So here we had to go through this. We have this matrix here, this matrix P, and we have to work out which rule down here out of these rules makes that matrix up. So we did the first one here and we said, all right, P, the rule is 4 minus J. So in this spot where I circled that pink 3, J equaled 1. So if I do 4 minus 1, that does equal 3. So that rule does work in that element, but it's also good to check another element because it may work just conveniently for one, but if it doesn't work for all of them, then that's not the right rule. So we checked down here on this green one that's circled. Now that green one, its J value is J3 because it's in column 3. So the rule would be 4 minus 3. So that would give 1. It doesn't have a number 1 there. It has a number 3 there. So then that first one is not the rule. So we would know that that's not our pick in multiple choice. So what you'd have to do is you have to test all of these and find out which one is going to work. So that takes a little bit of time. So what we're going to do now is we're going to learn how to do it on a matrix on the calculator, but we're also going to learn how to enter a matrix in our calculator because we haven't done that yet. So let's go to our calculators and we click just be on a home page. We just want to click a normal calculator page, which is down here. We're going to pick that grey one with the plus minus here. So we're in there. Okay, so first of all, I'm just going to show you how you can type a matrix into the calculator. So say I wanted to type the one I've made up here, this 2 by 2. So you can press, what you want to press is the button next to the 9. And if you click that, you see you get these options. Now, if you look, you can see these matrices along here. This first one, if you look, it has, that I'm going to click there. It is a 2 by 2. They have one that's quick because we use a lot of 2 by 2s, so they have one already made up. So all you would do there is you put the numbers in. So say I want to put 2, 4, 3, and 5. So once I press the 2, you can actually press, if you press the tab key, that moves you through the elements I got a bit trigger happy there. So, and I can tab through. That's sometimes, or you can use the scroll through. Depends on what's easier. So you can press enter, and that just puts it there on the page. Say I wanted to use that matrix again. I don't want to go through all that process. Say I want it again. I can press the up key and highlight it, and then if I press enter, it brings it down. So later in a minute, we're going to learn how to add matrices and all that. So I could then do that and add another matrix and so on, okay? So you can do things on your calculator. That's how we create a 2 by 2. If I wanted to, say, for example, create this P matrix, I'll go back to that button. So this first one was a 2 by 2, a quick key for that. This next one is a quick key for a 1 by 2, and this one is a quick key for a 2 by 1. The rest we have to make up ourselves. And when we want to make up one that's a different order to those three, we pick this big box here and it's going to ask us to create one. Now, if we look at P, how many rows is P? This matrix up here, yell it out. 2. And then if we look, it's got 3 columns, which is already there, and I click OK. So there I've created a matrix that I can pop in what I want. So I wanted a 3x2 and things like that. All right. So sometimes also, before we go on to these I and J questions, sometimes in the textbook, when you're doing your work, they might say this, they might call this matrix, they'll call it matrix A. Okay, and you're going to use that matrix for a whole heap of questions. So you may want to store it so you don't have to keep on typing it. So you can store a matrix, and the way you do that is you go Control. So, and if you look up at this button, the VAR, see above in blue, it has STO, that means store. So I press the blue button and got that. You get this little arrow, and I can call it A. So now if I want to get the matrix A, I can just type A. See how it's gone a little bit dark? If I press A, see, it just brings it up for me. So say I wanted to know 3 times that matrix. So if I write 3A, it does it. Now, just to show you, we'll do this a little bit later. See, if I did 3 times A, I get the same. So you can store them. It's really only helpful in the textbook. I would suggest you never use it in the exams, storing like that for this instance, because if you use the actual matrix, you can see on your screen what you've used. And sometimes if you made an error of copying, you'll be able to see that. But that's just that. All right, so let's get back to, I'm going to start a fresh page so you are not distracted. So let's get back to these I and J things where they're giving me this formula. Now, there's a way of get the calculator to do this formula. So what we're going to do, you're going to write this in your notes as well. So because it's not being put in there. So let's put here we're going to put calc instructions. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press menu. So we'll press menu. We are going down to 7 matrix. So I'm going to put 7 and matrix. I just like to put what it is in case we have an update and it changes where it is on the list. So we'll just say 7 matrix. Then we want to press 1 create. That one there. Oh, shit. Sorry. So menu, 7, create, and we want to go down to this A1, construct. Then we want to go to A, construct a matrix. Okay, so this is what we're going to do on our calculator. So we click construct a matrix. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to put I, comma J. Sorry, I'm going to pause it. Make sure I write. Okay, so we went down to menu, we went to matrix, we went to create and construct a matrix. Okay, so what you want to do, I want to test this section B, the B choice. So I want to type the rule that they're giving me. So they're saying 2I, so I do 2I on my calculator plus 1. So I write the rule, then I go comma I, comma J, and it's always that because we're just telling the calculator we're using the I and J ruling where the I is the row and J is the column. Then you have to write the order with a comma. So because P is a 2 by 3, I'm going to go 2, comma 3. So I press enter and, oh, what have I done now? What have I not done? A comma after J. Yeah, thank you. So press that. So it didn't a comma, and then that was that. So is that what P is up there? No. So I will then go and try the next one. So let's go again. So we go menu, matrix, create, construct. Now the next rule is I plus J plus 1. So then you have to do comma I, comma J, comma, then we have to do, what's the order again? 2 by 3. Press enter. Is that what P is? No, so it's not that one. And then we're going to keep going until we get it. So let's see. I'm going to pause it and you tell me which one it is. Okay, someone has just said it's E, so let's give it a go. So menu, matrix, create, construct. Okay, it's 2I minus J plus 2, comma I, comma J, comma 2 by 3. Enter. Now, is that what is written up here at P? It is, isn't it? Yes? So that was the answer. Okay, let's go. You guys go and see if you can find the rule for question 5. I have a suspicion. I reckon it's C, so I'm going to try it on my calculator. Menus, create, and construct a matrix. So the rule for the option in C was 2I plus J minus 2. So that's the rule. Then we always have to do comma I, comma J. Then we do comma the order of a matrix M. So matrix M is a 2 by 4. So we'll go comma 2, comma 4. We press enter. Does that give the matrix M? Yep, it did. So that was the answer.